Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Excuse me? Okay. He's corny. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Those are the reactions you're gonna get from a woman. What's your name? Whether you guys think that's not a pickup line, that is a pickup line. Because here's the thing, when you're trying to pick up a woman, it means you gotta spark a conversation. It means you have to say something that's gonna spark her and say, ooh, or you know what, I wanna talk to him. Don't be one of those guys that will go out there and make it about you. First things first, when you meet a female and you're trying to pick her up. What is up, my BBossBaddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by our title, today I want to be talking about pickup lines that actually work. Okay, so with this video, obviously it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be a little funny, hopefully, and I'm gonna like legit tell you some strategies about this and all these things to really help out your game, especially when it comes down to approaching a woman and trying to get a date or trying to see her again. Okay, you guys, so you guys should already know, make sure you check out everything on my screen, and please give me a big thumbs up, and of course please make sure you're subscribed with that post notification on. And last thing before I jump into it, please, you guys, this is very important, okay? So I'm gonna just say slowly. This is the best time for you guys to comment the types of videos that you wanna see, okay, you guys? Now, I know some of you guys do it here and there, you know, or some of you guys did it 1-2 times, whatever, but I'm gonna be looking through all the comments, and because I'm dropping so many videos, even dropping 2 videos in one day, I need you guys to let me know what type of videos you want to see, because I'm already doing videos that I want to do and a whole bunch of other different stuff, and so I want to make sure everybody's happy here, okay? So let me know down below, okay, you guys? So first things first, we start from 3, go down to 1. Actually, no, it's not none of that today. It's everything I say is important. But as I was saying, first things first, okay, you guys, pickup lines do not work. The only way pickup lines are gonna work, that's the first like fact that I have to put out there. Pickup lines are only gonna work if you already have the looks. Even though looks is not everything when it comes down to a man and what women will see and if they really care, even though that's not everything, still, it will help if you really are that attractive. Your pickup lines might just be like, okay, that's kind of corny, but he's still fine, so I'm gonna let that slide. But at the end of the day, it's corny, okay? So pickup lines don't work if, you know, you don't have that image at least to help you get by, you know, slide, or if you don't have money and have no luck with it, okay? So it will not work. It will not work. This whole bullshit of, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Excuse me? Okay. He's corny. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Those are the reactions you're gonna get from a woman. Or you might just get the stare. You might not get anything out of her. She might just get up and leave, you know? Do not do that. That right there, don't ever try to pull that line right there, okay? So pickup lines don't work, okay? Original pickup lines. Before I move on to the next thing, taken, I'm saying original. Classic traditional ones. Are you this because of that? Do not try that, okay? Next thing about pickup lines. Okay, so before I go into this next thing, I want you guys to keep in mind as I'm explaining this stuff too, that pickup lines don't have to just be traditional. Like I said, the traditional ones don't work, but if you are trying to get a woman, trying to pick her up, keywords, pick up, right? Pick up, you're trying to pick her up. So it really just is based on what you feel like if you say it'll work. Basically, whatever you go ahead and say to that woman, you think this is going to pull her in. Oh, this is going to pick her up, right? So don't think too hard about a pickup line, right? I feel like sometimes because all these traditional ones and all these, oh, are you this because of that, the Tennessee one, like those ones will make you think, okay, if I'm trying to pick up women, I got to say a specific thing or I have to say it in a certain way. Absolutely not. Okay, so this is going to lead to the next thing, which is create and keep it simple. You have to create your own pickup line. I'm gonna help you with this video by what I'm gonna say in a sense of like one example. What's your name? Whether you guys think that's not a pickup line, that is a pickup line. Because here's the thing. You have to understand, when you're trying to pick up a woman, it means you got to spark a conversation. It means you have to say something that's going to spark her and say, ooh, or you know what, I want to talk to him, right? Don't focus too much about, am I supposed to validate? Am I supposed to please her? Am I supposed to say something that's going to make her laugh? No, you can start with the simple facts of, hi, how are you? Or what's your name? What's your name is probably one of the best ones out here. And I think I don't know what video I said it, but I think I said it with the approaching videos, maybe a reaction video to somebody telling you guys how to approach a female. But yes, what's your name can never go wrong. And after you guys are picking up females, although this is not approaching video, keep in mind, when you do ask her, what's your name? If she's actually talking and saying, my name is this, what's your name? That's your chance right there to actually have an opportunity to pick her up. At the end goal should be, okay, how am I going to see this girl next? If you say something like, after she's actually having a conversation with you, if you say, oh, how's your weekend looking like? Or what do you have planned next? Right? Try to figure out just where she's at, like where's her headspace at? And then if there's an opportunity given to ask her, okay, well, I'm trying to see you, or you know what? I'm free that day too. What's up? Right? Those things right there, say it with confidence for one. And then secondly, finish off strong as in you're just gonna get her. And it's not about being, oh, the mean guy and stuff like that. It's literally just confidence and that you don't give a damn if she says no, or I'm busy, or I don't want to see you. Who cares? Go ahead and ask her. And so before I move on to the next thing, you guys, when it comes down to pickup lines, don't be afraid, right? When you start overthinking it, not only are you trying to think of what should I say, what pickup lines are going to work, but you have to go in there and be like, whatever I say should be pretty smooth as long as you're not coming off too strong, or if you're not really validating. You shouldn't be worried too much about what can I say to really mess things up. And that's why I say simple. If you keep it simple, as the perfect example I said with the, oh, what's your name? How are you? When you keep it that simple, even if it went left, it didn't go left, right? If she gives you the, my name is Ashley, my name is Felicia, my name is Courtney, okay? That's where she leaves it at. You just know right then and there she's not interested to continue talking. And if she gives you not a what about you or what's your name, or she thinks I'm just gonna play this off and you want to continue, okay, go ahead. Maybe ask her one more other question. And when you ask her that, if she's still on this dry shit, not trying to conversate and go back and forth, you just leave. It's that simple. Right? And please, when you're going out here trying to pick up females, don't think every time things are going wrong or you can't get a girl is because of you. It might be because of what you're saying, but don't try to bring it back on you like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm this and that, I'm so ugly. Like, you're just putting yourself down, you're losing way more confidence, and all it is just destroying your game. So realistically, when you go out there and you can't pick up females because of what you're saying, you got to say something different. But don't think that you, the person, is the problem, because it's just going to mess up everything, like I'm just trying to tell you guys. So really, when you're trying to pick up females, it's really more so of bringing your personality in. As I said in the beginning, not the beginning, actually, I said it in a different video. You know, there's so many videos out here that I do. But as I said, it's really about putting yourself in there too. So after the whole, oh, what's your name? When you guys actually have a conversation going, you show some of your personality in there. And it could be, you can be a funny guy, goofiness, things like that. Those types of things females notice, and sometimes they can really love that about you, and that can make you stand out. And so to wrap up this whole create and keep it simple, you have to create this pickup line. I can give you little things, but at the end of the day, you have to work with it, right? It's just as simple as saying, oh, my name is Ty, my name is Greg or Brian, what's yours, right? And if she just gives you the I'm Ashley, the next, okay, how's your day? Or how are you enjoying this, right? So it's really like, feel the vibe, right? Feel the vibe. Ask her questions. And that's the last thing. I had to get it out because I'm taking too long to get to it. Sorry, y'all. But I'm trying to really explain things so you guys really understand, okay? So with number 3, always start with a question. Always, okay? Don't be one of those guys that will go out there and make it about you. First things first, when you meet a female and you're trying to pick her up, but you're already making it about you. Your first lines are gonna be, I'm Brian and I'm 17 years old, not 17, I'm 18, or I'm 24, or I'm 30 years old, and I like to play sports. I'm Doug and I'm 36 years old and I live in Canada. You know, do not do that. Don't do that, Doug. If you're watching my video, Brian, Ty, Jason, Gregory, all the names, all the boys, every fella out here, do not do that. Okay, when you go out there, females do expect you to make it about them, and that's the only problem with that would be like, oh, they want the attention, they want you to bring it back to them, but sometimes it can really get somewhere from there. So really, when you're talking to her and you're introducing yourself, remember, you introduce yourself and you got to throw it to her, right? Almost like when you catch a football and you're throwing it back to that person that you're playing back and forth with. You have to catch and throw it back, catch, throw it back, catch and throw it back, right? It's the same thing with the female. You gotta talk and she has to throw it back. It's almost a pattern. If you kind of think about it that way, it's just really conversating. Conversating is not a word, but it's really going back and forth and talking to each other. So really, I'll close off with this video saying that always starting with the question is basically one of the most safest way to go about it, because you don't have to worry about, okay, am I making it about myself? Nope, that already answers your question because you're asking her the question. And then also when you're gonna make it about her and you're gonna ask a question, like I just did in this example, saying my name first, him being Brian, saying I'm Brian, and then saying what's your name, that's gonna make it about you, but you see how you bring it right back to her. So you can do things like that where you're going to mention something about you. Maybe something that you just want her to know or something that you wanted to remember. Nothing too serious, right? Keep it simple around, like, you know, the basics of you. I'm not from this area. Are you? That's another thing you can say, right? You're just trying to have a conversation. Think about it that way. I'm just speaking to her and I'm going to hope that I can pick her up with this. Because when you try to make things so complicated, oh, let me say this, let me say that. Like I said, you're overdoing it. And then for her, she's going to be turned off. She's going to be like, okay, this guy's really trying to pick me up. And that's another thing you have to remember. Pickup lines are not supposed to be obvious to make a woman feel like, okay, he's really trying to pick me up. It's supposed to be more of going with the flow and natural, where you come up and you say something. And then hopefully by what you said, which could be something not difficult, not complicated, it allowed you to be able to see her again and pick her up. Please her. It's not about impress her. It's not about, oh my gosh, I gotta win her over. It's not about, let me get on my knees and kiss your ass. Like, excuse my language, sorry, but it's not about that. You guys are trying to make something that's really simple something difficult just because you're dealing with difficult females. Maybe that could be very true. Think about it that way. Don't make it about these females. Make it about you. But the only time you have to do things where you gotta make them feel important is moments where you're having a conversation with her just to see where she's at, where this can actually go, right? And sometimes, yes, that's why I say make it about her. But sometimes with females, you do gotta make them feel important. They're so used to getting validated. They're so used to all these things. So some arrogant females, or some females that are really, really on the high horse and they don't want to come down, they will be like, okay, automatically he's making it about himself, or automatically he didn't even ask me nothing. So it's really the safe route because you're not even validating when you are asking her. Okay, and so I'll finish off with that. Do not validate when you are trying to pick her up. You can do that. There is lines out here that can slide with females, but what I'm trying to do for you guys is try to give you the easiest way, the route that's going to be less risky. I'm trying to give you the less risky route so you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, but if I really said this, is there really going to be something else? You know, I'm trying to minimize the chances of you not actually being able to pick her up. And so the question thing, last thing I'll say before I wrap up the video, question thing is one of the safest way to go. You don't have nothing to worry about. And at the end of the day, when you leave, even if you don't get her, you at least get to say, I didn't have to validate her. I didn't do nothing extra. I just tried to say something to her. I asked her a question. She wasn't feeling me. Okay, so on, B. I'm gone. That's simple. Okay. All right. So I really hope this video helped you guys out. And if you want to see more of this or a second part, let me know. And like I said in the beginning, let me know what other types of videos you would like to see from me. And then, of course, make sure, please, that you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe with that post notification on. And go ahead and check out everything that is on my screen, YouTube channel, all that good stuff right there for you guys. And yes, you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.